My name's Kim Jane, and I'm the director right now for the Wellston Loop Community Development Center.
And what does the Wellston Loop Community Development Center do for us?
We try to reduce the harm for people living in the Wells Goodfellow, Hamilton Heights area, living with substance use, trauma, and poverty.
Interesting.
Yeah. We have food, we have a thrift store, no-cost thrift store, hygiene items. Peer support counseling is a big thing, and we provide transportation to people getting to any kind of recovery or treatment appointment. The winter was super brutal on people. For 48 nights, we opened a little shelter in our warehouse, which it isn't much. Cots and blankets on the floor, but we had 48 nights where it was below 32. We really tried to prevent frostbite and fires. A lot of people right now suffering with amputations, and Wells Goodfellow suffered a lot of fires this past winter. People trying to stay warm.
I'm Amber Wise. I'm the Community Outreach Manager at NXOSIS. The program I run and oversee right now this year is Dignity on Wheels. It's a portable mobile shower program. We go out in the community and we just try to serve people who are experiencing homelessness and give them access to dignity.
And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this work for about 10 years, but we started this work in St. Louis last year.
And where were you prior to this?
I was in Long Beach, California, so I was working with the unhoused there in Long Beach.
Long Beach, and like, so what does like that information from California bringing here, that 10 years information, how does that help you deal with the people you're serving now?
You know, doing this work trying to change your perspective on people who are experiencing homelessness. So obviously with that much experience, it helps me understand a little bit better people who are experiencing homelessness as far as like, behaviors or situations. It kind of gives me a different perspective on the reasons why people are homeless. So it enables me to serve with a little bit more compassion, a little more empathy. And so and this work changes you, it grows you in a certain way for people who are less fortunate than you. And it gives me gratitude, so.
Amen. Keep up. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Darla. I work here at Wellston Loop CDC. I'm a peer specialist. In case you don't know, a peer specialist is someone who's been on drugs but got themselves together. And our experience is that we could tell them our story, a little bit about us. And I sign people up for treatment, for doctor appointments, counseling, therapy, whatever they need. I also sign them up for Medicaid, food stamps, through a lawyer I'm associated with, get them started with their disability.
Hey, tell me a little bit about how this place has changed you.
Actually, this is my first job in this field. And my boss wouldn't take a no for an answer when I had did my peer specialist license. So that's how I ended up out here working. But I guess this is where God wanted me to be, because I love it. I've been here 2.5 years, and I love. My best part is that I can get to tell them that you can change your life. That I've been there where they've been right across the street, less than a mile from here. It's where I got clean at. And so, and I know it's hard, and I try to convince them that, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And the fear of not getting clean is scarier than the fear of getting clean itself.
Feet both is a sensitive area. Because I had a son that was an addict. And I could go find him or hold him on track and feed him. And other mothers would walk up and say, what about me? And I learned to feed the homeless. And I don't have my son, but I got addicts that I could feed, that I could pretend he's still alive.
Amen. Amen. Well, you know what? You know that God done bless you with that gift. Cause he don't know, every time, like you said, every time you see these people, you see your son. Your son ain't dead. He's still rolling because he's inside of you.
We are sex workers for sex workers here in Missouri. Right now, this is our outreach program. We go to the north side and south side of St. Louis to provide harm reduction supplies, safety sex supplies, donations like clothing, lingerie. We also have programs and events for the community, like community potlucks and also self-defense classes. And we're here for the community and providing as much as resources that we can.
We are both.
Because it's because they've subsidized so many apartments and so many stadiums that this vacant property is here. Listen, this is a political issue, vacant property. It is easily solved. You got to think about it and work on it. And they just can't seem to get it right. You got to look at over all the SLDC and CDA and LRA programs and realize that they are confusing the real estate market. They're investing where they shouldn't be investing, and there are things that the private sector should be controlling instead of letting the city lead the way.
Let's just say September. In August, how many people do you think you served out of the Wellston Loop Corporation?
Ooh, we'll over like we'll over about 3,000-4,000.
120 a month at least.
Way over that, Don.
Because every week we get like 40.
Yeah.
Or more. 30, 40 or more.
So you say, let's say you service between 100 to 200 people every single month, and you provide
way more than that a month.
You think it's a little bit more?
Way more, yeah.
That's probably about a week.
That's about a week,
sir.
Yeah.
I would think 120, 150 people.
Yeah, 120 a week we'd be safe with.
Yeah.
Yeah, our grants are a little bit higher because we got the exact figures inside.
Yeah.
And what do you provide here at the Wellston Loop Corporation?
Well, mostly a quick little meal 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then we got peer specialists and people that help that will actually help you try and get treatment if you want it. But that's the big thing. Do you really want it?
Right.
And then is it available? Because you really have to get out of the neighborhood to get treated. You just can't go somewhere for 3 days and come back here. It's just not a good environment for somebody that's marginally in rehab.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a place for them to go and really get like medication to help with withdrawal symptoms, and maybe line them up for those Vivitrol shots, whatever they need to be evaluated at.
And I don't want you're talking about step B, and what I want to focus on is step A and what you're doing every single day, because I remember you told me, and I'm not going to say anything about our current mayor, and then you said I'm trying to keep government out of it for 1 minute. I'm going to talk about our past. So you said when it was cold, and I think these guys were here with you.
Yeah.
How many people during the very terrible snowstorm we had did you have inside of your homeless shelter? Tell me about the frostbites. Give us a quick recap of what happened during the winter.
Well,
it's pretty bad.
There's always a 25-degree thing to open your shelter. We opened at 32, really 34, 35. And then we started, when it got real bad, we stayed open 24/7.
Yeah.
And we still got cases of frostbite. People were just out in this thing looking for whatever they're looking for, or trying to get an extra meal, whatever they're trying to do. But we had a lot of people that are in wheelchairs right now driving the neighborhood. See, they lost their limbs, they lost their toes and stuff, and they're still out in a wheelchair here.
Yeah.
To go out and do their thing every day.
That's how bad that stuff is.
And again, for the people at home that really didn't understand what you were saying, frostbite, people were coming in your shelter. And how many people did you have in your shelter you thought?
No, we had about 25 to 30 a night.
Yep.
25
to 48
30.
days. In a
48
row.
days.
And sometimes we squeeze people in because they cold. We don't want to leave them outside, so we just give them a mat, give them a bunk so they can lay on the floor. But they ain't actually on the floor, but they on the bunk. But we had to pack them in there because we didn't want to see them out here, and we can't deny them. So we didn't want to be like, oh, go ahead. They got toes and stuff, cut off frostbites, and it's just ridiculous. It's too much. But we still help. We work hard every day.
Now, I got to tell you, we were real short-handed.
Yes.
We needed more help.
Yep.
And, things aren't perfect in a shelter, I can tell you that. We just did the best we could.
Yes, we did.
She cooked she made their homemade granola. She teaches healthy cooking for a part of this agribusiness program we're working on.
Okay, so we got the chef. We're live with the chef in the garden. And please introduce yourself to the folks at home.
Well, my name is Tiara Adams. I'm a nutritionist here at Wellston Loop CDC, where we teach agribusiness classes, and I teach the nutrition side of agribusiness classes, where we incorporate farm or garden rather to table. And a lot of the food that you see here, we use it in our kitchen. especially, so people can experience what real food tastes like compared to, commercial store-bought food. As we know, a lot of times it's tainted with, and to have it here fresh out the garden, like right now I'm picking collard greens. I picked a few okra. You probably be hard to see that. Here's some. A few okra. And even with the okra, we've made pickled okra. I taught some of my students how to use okra in water and create okra water, which is really good for your gut. It's good to build that good mucus, not the bad stuff. And then we made, I can't even tell you the name of it, but some type of stew with the tomatoes, fresh rosemary.
Can you walk us through the garden and kind of tell us what we got?
So we have peppers here. We also have, I think this is mainly peppers. We have some romaine lettuce. This is purple basil. And we have our yellow tomatoes, our cherry tomatoes. We have some sunflowers here. We have a few cucumbers growing. We did have eggplants, but they kind of shriveled up and died. Unfortunately, they were so cute. And some more kale. Not too sure what these are yet. Oh wait, no, these are eggplants. Yay! These pop up today. Well, from what I've seen. So there's just a few of them. We have a little baby watermelon in here.
My little baby watermelon.
Oh yeah, it's a cute little baby. Ain't gonna bother her too much. We got some, I'm not sure if they're gourds or squashes.
Did you find them?
We got some potatoes over here.
In
they're
the
showing.
Watermelon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Good.
Look
They're
at
popping up.
Look at our potatoes.
Yeah.
They're ready.
And see the little watermelon?
Uh-huh.
Little baby. And
And
there's
then we
a big
also have
one.
some fruit trees. They haven't quite sprouted yet, but we have some peach trees, cherry, and apple.
It's called GROW. It's grassroots reinvestment for optimum well-being, GROW. And it's 5 different organizations in North St. Louis that are given money through state opioid response money through community development block grants. And it is to prevent opioid overdoses and deaths in mainly anybody, but in the Black community, since this is where there's the most deaths and overdoses. I have a peer support specialist, Ben, and now we also have a doctor that's here too to help people. But it's just a group and talking and sort of sharing your feelings and what you're going through and what you need, and
working to get resources to get it together.
Yeah, even just getting mental, support, like community support. Just it's a hard journey, it's not easy.
This area is really known for a lot of drug use. The fentanyl is just really saturated, crack cocaine, and people are doing both now, and you never know what's in the drugs, and it's highly addicted, and the withdrawal symptoms are so awful to go through. So anyway, we try to offer alternatives, because a lot of times if you're bored, you go for drugs too. But we try to just have support group meetings where people can just express their feelings and support for each other. We say share your experience, strength, and hope. And then offer alternatives to, bad food. We try to have better food. The meetings to talk about why we're using drugs and how we could better ourselves and how we can support each other. Yeah.
And that's what's going on in this meeting behind us right here.
Yes. We have one man who is studying for his PhD in public health, and he's an intern here, so he helps with the group. And then the other guy, Ben, he's been here quite a while now. He's got 20-something years in recovery, and he facilitates and encourages people to come to the meeting.